I'm going to show you how to adjust the image that you made last week to turn it into a harmonious colour scheme for you to explore colour and how it affects your image. So you're going to refer back to this slideshow in case you've forgotten what harmonious colours are. And on slide 4, it shows you groups of harmonious colours. So you need to decide which set you're going to use, and you're only allowed to use shades of whichever set you select. So back in Autodesk Sketchbook, you should have your images saved onto different layers. So I'm going to get on the man layer. Remember, you need to click on a layer to be working on it. And there's a tool that I want to show you on the layers. If you right click and go onto HSL, Hue, Saturation, Light and Dark, and you click on there, you'll get sliders that will allow you to change the colour of this layer. So I'm going to go for harmonious shades of green to blue. So I might make him an aqua kind of colour. Now what this allows you to do is to see how the colours look with each other. So you need to make good decisions about the colours that you're choosing. So I can make this more intense with that colour or a less intense version of that colour. That's what the saturation is. And lightness and darkness will make it go lighter and darker. So you can see the effects of using different tones. So I'm going to make it quite a highlight, and then I'll say done. So he's changed now. So if I go on the yellow layer, I need to change this to a shade of green or turquoise. So I'm going to pull down to here and see what a green looks like. I might have to go to the other side. It's doing the opposite, so you just need to sort of move it around to get the colours that you want. So actually I need it to be more intense than that. You could actually do it another way, just by filling in, using the fill tool to fill in like you did last week. But this is quite a nice way of sort of seeing what different colours look like before you select them. So I'm going to go on the red layer now and adjust that. So remember, I'm making it in shades of harmonious colours. So I'm just going to use those shades of green. Actually, I liked it before. I think that's a bit acidic. So this is where you can see how your colour choices affect what you're actually doing and what it does to the image itself. So this is quite a quick way of adjusting things. I do think a dark colour looks better. It makes it stand out more. So move it around and make those decisions. Decide. You're showing me knowledge of colour, that you know what colours are harmonious. And then you're also showing me that you understand how to select ones that go well together. So actually, I think I might increase the intensity of his colour because it looks a bit pale. So I'm going to make that a bit more vibrant. I think probably there is where it looks best. Okay, so once you've adjusted it, you need to save that as version 1. So if we do a version 1, okay, and then you can do the same thing again, but this time you're going to use complementary colours. So if you've forgotten what complementary colours are, go back to the slide, have a look at slide 2. Complementary colours are opposite each other on the colour wheel. So we've got green opposite red, orange opposite blue, and yellow opposite purple. I think I might go with the oranges and blues. So if I go back to Autodesk Sketchbook, I've already got some blues, so that's quite lucky. So I'm going to adjust here and turn this layer orange. So I need to slide along until I find the orange. Oh, that's quite striking. Could mess around with these, but actually I quite like the tone that's there. So I'll say done, and then we'll go back and we'll get an orangish kind of colour. Oh, that looks nice. I actually really like that as it is with the very dark blue. So there's nothing to stop you saving 6 different versions of it. You just save as many as you like, really. So we'll save version 2 to save this one. Okay, so I also want you to make, you've done harmonious, you've done complementary. I'd also like you to make a monochromatic image. And if you've forgotten what that is, this is different shades of one colour. So we're going to go back into here and make it all different shades of one colour, which would be very easy at this point because we've only got one layer that is a different colour. So I just need to change that to a shade of blue. So if you want to, you could also change the black. Unfortunately, I did the black on the same layer as the blue. So I'm going to have to select the black to change that. So if I use the selection tool and just click on the black, make sure you're on the add to, so that each time you click it adds to your selection. And then you could just fill it with a blue. So choose a blue that's different to the blues that are there. And we'll get the fill bucket and we'll just fill those with that blue. If you don't like that colour, you could always adjust it later by clicking on again and seeing what you think. Oh, it's actually much better as a dark blue, isn't it? So you can drag that darkness down to find a dark blue. So similar to what it was before, but we've changed it. Anyway, okay. So you save any developments that you've made. Let's just deselect that. So we'll save that as a version 3. Then I'm going to show you how to get these into a slideshow. Okay. Oops. So I'm just going to show you, if you open up your drive, and then you get your folder open that you want to put it in. So we're just going to make that screen a bit smaller. Okay, so this is my Year 7 folder, so you might have an art folder. Then if you go into your files on your drive, and also minimize this window, then all the images you've got in Autodesk Sketchbook are in your downloads file. So here they are. So we'll get these 3 by holding down Control, and I will drag them into this folder, this Year 7 folder, and then you should be able to find them to put them into a slideshow together.